What's the deal, y'all? It's Cam, and welcome to FreeRPeople till it's backwards, because people are free. I'm not here to force your mind, but I'm here to free it. I'm here to open your mind and rethinking what you were taught your entire life and what we commonly accept and don't truly think about. In today's talk, we're going to be discussing the New World Order, what it is, and what to expect, as well as how they've been implementing it and having it come into play today. Let's get straight into it. So just to give y'all a quick little tip beforehand, I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm just recovering, so if I sound a little muggy, that's why. But to begin, the New World Order is a program and agenda that is government orchestrated worldwide, and it has been planned and a perverted program since it's been programmed and implemented for years. And the plan is to basically steal, kill, and destroy. And it's not for the interest of the common man or citizen at all. When you think of the New World Order, it's really hidden in plain sight. They put it in all the TV shows, all the movies we watch, the games we play. It's in the media all the time. The celebrities also foreshadow it. It's everywhere. You just have to look for it and use your critical thinking skills to see. The most obvious example of this is with your common bill, the dollar bill. It has on the back the Great Seal, and underneath the Great Seal it says Novus Ordo Seclorum. In Latin, that is translated to New World Order, or New Order of the Ages has begun. You also might have heard recently about the Great Reset that's supposed to happen in 2030. All of these things, they're real life, they're right in your face. You just have to look it up. I'm also going to have the pictures to show you, of course. Another example of this is with the Georgia Guidestones. They were recently destroyed in, I want to say, March 2023. It's coincidental, though, the month that they did this, because March was the day or the month that the COVID shutdown happened, where COVID initially broke out. Everything shut down: schools, workplaces, even hospitals, and it was a worldwide thing. So if you think about that, on the Georgia Guidestones, they had a few disturbing, goals or guides that they wanted to implement. And one of them was maintaining a population of under 500 million. There are going on 8 billion people in this world. So in layman's terms, because they obviously can't put it as deliberate as they like, but it still ultimately got destroyed. Population control. You can even relate this to, once again, COVID-19. They even, if you look up the 2012 Olympics, foreshadowed that with a bunch of hospital beds, and there was basically this Grim Reaper just went around. What type of performance is that at the Olympics? It's foreshadowment. Like I said, the entertainment, what we call entertainment, they bank on us thinking of it as solely entertainment, so much so in trust, and we put so much trust and faith in them that they have our best interest at heart, that we'll look at it as just that, entertainment. It's like, no way they just mock us like this, basically. No way they tell us what they're going to do to us. But that's exactly what they're doing, because they think you're dumb. They think most of us are dumb and blind. And even if we aren't, even if we are aware, most of us are ignorant or complacent or stagnant and okay with that. We feel like change is inconceivable. So when you think about that, another thing on the Guidestones, they had guide production wisely. What do you think of that as? How all of a sudden all these babies turn up missing, or all the pedophilia that's going around, or the abortion laws. You can think of that, like I said, in plain sight. And this was recently destroyed. Why? Because they're already implementing it. They're already taking those steps, step by step, to do those things, to implement those guides into the world for that new world order, where people do what they want, where there's chaos, destruction, where people are mentally lost, where people are physically lost, spiritually broken. There's no hope. There's no faith in God. There's no faith in change. There's no faith in love. People are just doing what they want, killing each other off. In the beginning of my videos, I referenced and will continue to reference William Cooper's book, Ex-Government William Whistleblower, who got eliminated for doing just that. But in his book, he talks about and lists the government document that states their agenda, how they do this. You know, they take all of our data, basically. They create these problems for us, and then they offer a solution that once again keeps us in that cycle of trusting them. It's like an abusive relationship. It's like the person beats on you, smacks you around all day, and then they give you a kiss and tell you, I love you. They take you on a date, buy you flowers, you know, give you stimulus checks every now and then so that you remain quiet, so that you remain complacent, and you say, oh, this isn't that bad. They gotcha. And speaking of that, there's another person I will show in a video I'll play by George Carlin, where he says the same thing. God rest his soul. He's a comedian, and he died sharing the truth through that comedy. But he was saying, you know, they don't want people that think. They don't want a world that thinks. They don't want people to stand up for themselves. They want people to work, be busy, be so caught up in the get money lifestyle, not realizing they're working towards nothing. Most of us own nothing. We lease things. We rent things. You know, we work literally the rest of our lives trying to pay off the things that we consider luxury, when there's no longevity in it, there's no generational wealth in it. And that's what they bank on, that ignorance, that financial stagnation, that mental stagnation, that spiritual stagnation.
Politicians know that word. They use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind three things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind. Someone's losing fucking ground here. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big, the wealthy, the real owners, the big, wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. They're irrelevant. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media news, all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long, when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar.
So now that you watch that, on the Guidestones as well, they referred to bringing things back to natural law. I will make a separate video about that, but I'm still going to show the picture in the book about the consequences of natural law, because there's nothing natural about it. When you say things are natural, the very meaning of the word natural means it's always going to occur. So then when you start to implement your own rules and your own biases and your own preconceived ideas of what the world should be, and then you call it natural, you're very literally perverting the very meaning of that word, because then you're now saying this is all going to happen no matter what. I'm going to do this no matter what. This will always be the outcome. And that's why we have to be so we have to really take heed to the fact that language is a beast. You know, the semantics of words are very important. The meaning of words are very important, because then it starts to blur the line between fact and opinion, or fact or fiction. And we have to be aware of that. Lastly, there's a picture of Albert Pike's perverted religion chart. And on there, it's the plan for him to start 3 world wars, and the third one is silent. You can see that in William Cooper's book, The Silent but Deadly War, and it's because it's all mental. It's all happening here, and they don't have to lift or move a finger, because we're doing it to each other. We're taking each other out nowadays by what we're consuming, what we're being taught, what we're being fed constantly on a daily basis. Like I said in William Cooper's book, that constant barrage of sex, war, violence in the media, it perverts and damages your brain. They literally call it relentless emotional rape and affrontational attacks on the mind, body, and spirit. And this is what they want for you. Anyhow, with the perverted religion chart, like I said, there's 3 wars that they planned to bring in this new world order, the thing that we're basically incurring and going through right now. These are the things. This is what we're going through. So yes, y'all, all of the things, the chaos, the violence, the needless want, and basically craving and obsession with money, with self, basically narcissism, with fame, with basically celebrities, idol worship, violence, like I said, once again, lust, all of these things that's going around right now. This is the new world order. This is what they want to bring in, because they want to kill as many of us off as possible, to kill, steal, and destroy. The new world order. I might end up making a part 2 breaking it more down in depth, because the Freemasons are behind this, but it's also a bunch in the other colloquial of organizations, secret and global, that we actually know about, such as the Trilateral Commission and everything else. But this is a lot to take in, so I'm trying to do it in a way that is step by step, and then break it down in the best way I can, so that we all can understand, and that we all can be aware and take heed and be able to teach others as well. Because you know what they say, you don't really know something until you're able to teach someone else. But if you like what you heard today, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, comment things you don't know about, you want to see me talk about, you're scared to talk about, or you don't know about. And like always, y'all, stay blessed.